Are you one of those people who doesn't like going out to the shed to retrieve tools and materials, but would rather have everything on hand, including the kitchen sink? If so, this month you'll enjoy meeting Paul Willmore from Create to Make, who's taken the idea of having tools on hand in the home to a whole new level. If you're just starting out on your DIY journey, you may not be aware of the talented help right on your doorstep. There are literally thousands of people around the country willing to share their years of experience and help you out locally with tips, tricks, and the kind of DIY know-how you can only get from years of experience. Make sure you stick with Evolution Power Tools TV to find out more. You're right everyone, my name's Joel from Average Joe's Joinery and I'm excited to introduce to you episode 2 of Evolution Power Tools TV, our brand new monthly show dedicated to bringing you inspirational stories, DIY guides and tips and tricks to help you on your journey to becoming a dab hand at DIY. We're posting a new episode of Evolution Power Tools TV every month, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn that bell notification on to guarantee you never miss any new content. Okay, let's take a look what's coming up in this episode. First up, Paul Willmore from the YouTube channel Create to Make shows us his in-house workshop and some of the projects he's worked on. Paul's also created a guide to building your own pet feeder, so make sure you click through to watch his in-depth guide to the latest in pet dinnerware. After that, we visit Eastleigh Men's Shed to find out what a group of retired craftsmen, avid DIYers and ex-tradesmen do in their spare time behind closed shed doors. Interested? You should be, as there's hundreds of these organisations around the country, all of whom offer help and support to home DIYers on their own journeys to DIY independence. So, if you want to tap into literally hundreds of years of real hands-on experience all on your doorstep, tune into this special feature. Now, from retired craftsman to our own homegrown YouTube supremo, designer and fine furniture maker, Evelegh, who's taken the world by storm creating beautiful wooden furniture. I'll be asking him about his process and inspiration, so make sure you watch and click through to my full Q&A. And before we get into competition time with Megan, Senior Product Designer Lee Price unveils Evolution Power Tools' new range of cordless products, taking Evolution's patented multi-material cutting technology to a whole new level of flexibility by adding cordless technology. So not only cutting anything, but cutting anything, anywhere with cordless. What better way to round off this month's episode than to take a look at some of the projects you've submitted and announce our lucky competition winners with our very own Megan Kirkcaldy. Okay, now you've seen what's coming up in the show, let's get started. Here's Paul from Create to Make and his cool creations.
My name is Paul Willmore. I have a channel, Create to Make. I mainly do woodworking videos. I've been making things from 2013 is when I started videoing them. And it was a few months before that I got back into woodworking. I wanted to do woodworking as a kid, but I ended up becoming a maintenance electrician. It's totally different to what I wanted to do. So I think that's why I got back into doing woodworking, is because it's something that I really enjoyed doing when I was younger. When I was a kid, obviously I did woodworking at school, and one of the things I actually made was a lap thing to go in bed. There's a kind of spring mechanism to keep them open. That's from a long time ago. It kind of shows me where I started. And this is where, in some ways, I fell in love with the woodworking. So it does bring back a few memories. One of my favourite things that I've made is actually this plane. And this is actually made basically from hand tools. I cut the two pieces from one, so they were one piece, and then shaped and cut this piece of cherry, and it's one of my favourites. The dining room, workshop, yeah, no, I have a good wife, and My workshop started out as the dining room, and I was using it kind of part-time because obviously the dining room table was big enough to do work on it and stuff like that. Until then I got more tools, and it just evolved, and it just gets bigger and bigger, and the projects get bigger and bigger. This is my laser. I use it to engrave. One of the things I use the laser for is my wife works at a hotel, and they have these wood slices as key fobs. So I've done a batch where I've put the logo on the one side, and then all I've got to do is put the number on the other side. So to do that, I'm just going to put it in the laser, load the number up, and then press go, and then you can see it work. So I'm at my local B&Q in the Hedge End, just having a look at some timber. If you've got a particular project in mind, if I wanted to build a bench or something in the house, I can then use something like this. If I get a bigger bit, then I can cut it down myself. But if you haven't got a table saw, obviously you've got the smaller pieces that you can actually use. Some of the stuff that I've made actually ends up outside as well as in the house. So I've made this cat house for the cat, and then there's a planter that I made a couple of months ago. The bottom of the cat house is actually from an old pallet, and then I just use scraps for the rest of it. Challenging yourself to do things that you aren't aware is possible, to then make it inspires yourself to make something more. So in some ways, doing the videos, it is one of those things that I would like to inspire other people to actually do what I've done, because I haven't done anything special. I just want to make something. Thank you for watching about me and my projects. I'm Paul from Create to Make. If you want to see me make this, then click through and see an in-depth guide on how I made the dog feeder.
Make sure you click the links in the description to go through to the Evolution Power Tools website. You'll not only find Paul's guide to building a pet feeder, but you'll also find much more great content from everyone featured in this episode. Some brilliant creations there from Paul. Make sure you check out his channel and also go and watch the guide to building that classy pet feeder. You can find the link in the description whenever you're ready.
Later in the show, I'll be revealing who has won last month's competitions, and I'll be telling you how you could win a Fitbit Charge 4 or an Unifira pizza oven. Keep watching Evolution Power Tools TV for your chance to win.
Now for something slightly different. Just as you thought you knew everything you needed to know about men in sheds, we bring you the lowdown on a countrywide movement that really makes a difference on your doorstep. UK Men's Shed Association may sound like the last place you'd want to be in a DIY fix, but believe me, you need to check out your local association. This month we're focusing on Eastleigh Men's Sheds, which offers retired craftsmen, DIYers and tradesmen the opportunity to put their hard-earned know-how to good use in the community. That's a group of men who've been there and done it all when it comes to DIY, offering what must be hundreds of years of experience between them. What better place to get some help and advice for the DIY newbie? And there's an association like this right on your doorstep. Let's head down to East Sussex to visit Eastleigh Men's Shed to find out all about their group.
My name's Andy Saunders. I'm one of the founder members of Eastleigh Men's Shed. Eastleigh Men's Shed is a group of generally retired men. We do have a couple of guys that come in spaces in their working life. And it's a social thing. It's getting older people out of isolation. Many retired men, particularly widowers, miss the banter of the workplace, and we provide that. Alongside it, we've got a workshop where lots of projects for community jobs come along, mainly woodwork, but we do electrical repairs, furniture repairs, and pretty much anything that comes our way, there's somebody in the group that's got the skills to tackle it. The most of us that started up, we saw an article and it mentioned the UK organisation, which we all contacted, and they put us in touch with each other. We ended up with 4 of us, got together in a pub on a regular basis. We searched for ages to find a location. And once we got the location, we started to build. You know, you see now what we built. A 40-foot workshop, 15-foot wide, and full of tools.
I started my working life as an apprentice coppersmith and did various welding and fabrications and air conditioning. And in my final years, I worked as a cellar services engineer in the brewery trade, installing and maintaining beer pumps. So I've done all sorts of different things, so mainly working with metal or pipe work. I've learnt a lot of new skills here, I must admit, you know, so from some of the other people that come here, and that's what it's all about. So we do teach people to do things.
Okay, so we've now come into the workshop. Behind me you can see the guys working away on various projects, using all the different tools we've got. You know, we've got pretty much everything we need for woodworking. Siding mitre saw, band saw, router table, drill press, etc. The building we're in was actually built from scratch by us. Tools around the workshop, a lot have come from donations from people whose husbands have deceased, etc., or they've just upgraded. And some of the really good stuff are being donated by actual tool manufacturers, the main one being Evelegh.
You're meeting up with fellow people who want to do the same sort of things, get back to in the working environment more than anything, but not on a full-time basis. Plus it's good for people's mental health and that, to meet people, because a lot of men when they retire just sit and do nothing, and they just can't cope with it. They come up here and it gives them a release from that. As well as the workshop, we've got a wood store where we keep bits of wood in. We've got a little lean-to here, so we've got bigger bits of timber in that we've just been given, but we haven't allocated to a job yet or anything.
If you fancy joining the men's shed, the best thing to do is go to the national website, UK MSA, United Kingdom Men's Shed Association, and you'll find the map there. You can type your postcode in and it'll bring up all the little shed icons all over the map. There's 600 of them, so you should have one close to you now. Contact them and they'll probably welcome you in. Thanks for visiting Eastleigh Men's Shed today. Hope you've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed having you here. If you want to follow us and see what other projects we get up to, please click on the link.
Make sure you click the links in the description to go through to the Evolution Power Tools website. You'll not only find a more in-depth video from Eastleigh Men's Sheds, but you'll also find much more great content from everyone featured in this episode.
Hi everyone, I'm DK. This is Evolution's family of cordless power tools, which are all powered by Evolution's brand new lithium-ion batteries. From mitre saw to jigsaw, we've got you covered.
The guys at Eastleigh Men's Shed are a lovely bunch, brimming with accessible knowledge and expertise. I hope they don't mind me saying, but they're a little like a shed full of everyone's favourite granddads, and these places exist all over the country. Check out mensheds.org.uk to find out what help is available on your doorstep. Right, it's time to meet our guest maker. He's been working with wood since the age of 11, and his fine woodworking channel features how-to guides for everything from big builds to quick tips. At the age of 20, he was invited to join woodworkers in the Society of Designer Craftsmen and became Latham Timber's brand ambassador. It's woodworking prodigy Sean Evelegh. Thank you so much for joining us here on Evolution Power Tools TV, Sean. It's an honour to have you here. You always inspire me, but what inspired you to even start woodworking in your channel?
I probably wouldn't be doing it today if I didn't have an inspirational woodwork teacher. And so his name was Mr. Norman. He really got me into it. And he even opened the workshop in break times and after school, so I can spend as much time in there as possible.
Amazing. Now, you did take the education step a little bit further, didn't you? So you started with Mr. Norman's class.
Yeah.
What made you take that decision to take the step that you did? Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yes, so it was around GCSE time. I was making a chess side table and I was 15 years old, and I knew at that point I was just making because you don't realise why you make sometimes when you're younger, you just because you enjoy it. And then I thought I can actually maybe do this as a career. So I was 15, I knew I wanted to become a fine furniture maker. So yeah, after school I went to Whittaker Wood Furniture Centre where I did a foundation degree in furniture design and making. And then around A-level time I started the YouTube channel as well. So I had the YouTube channel during university.
Is there anybody in particular that you would say, whether when you was young or even now, that inspires you? Is there any like design cues that you might take from someone in particular?
Yes, so I would say that I have two. So in terms of making, Rob Cosman on YouTube, he is probably the pinnacle of like quality furniture making. Probably in terms of making, that's who I look to. In terms of design is Hans J. Wegener. So he has made some iconic designs like the wishbone chair and the shell chair. The shell chair is my favourite piece of furniture. I kind of just, the simplicity but still making it look fantastic there's something special about his work, definitely.
Have you got anything predetermined in your mind that is a set style, or is this just developed naturally?
Oh, I've never been asked that. Yeah, well, people have said, do you have a style? But I think obviously you've seen my work. Have you noticed a style?
I think so. It's hard to put your finger on it. That's why because a lot of people will sometimes pick on a particular point of, I'll incorporate that in some way. It might be a shape, it might be a particular curve, a colour usage. So has it been more subconscious then if you're not even thinking about it?
Yeah, I think it is a bit subconscious. Each design is a bit different. The Oxford table has turn legs, in the Norman chair it has turn legs, so I like that. But now the new Hawthorne chair I made has geometric legs. So I like to try new things. So right now I probably would say I don't have a style, but I am inspired by people and you would see similarities. So in the Hawthorne chair, I try to get a lot of inspiration from Hans J. Wegener. So he does a lot of bent lamination. So the back is all bent laminated and you can probably see the inspiration there.
Yeah, definitely. Is your plan for the future still very strongly in fine furniture making, or have you found yourself maybe tiptoeing more into YouTube being the concentration?
Yeah, so I'm at this point where when I was younger, I wanted to do purely bespoke one-off pieces. But now I'm kind of leaning more towards batch production and coming up with my own design where I can batch it out and sell it hopefully at a cheaper price. Because I like doing the one-off pieces, but you do have, once you're working with a client and going back and forth in designs, the price goes up. So I think actually the client might prefer a really high quality piece that would be a bit cheaper because I've already designed it and I can batch it out. So I'm now kind of veering towards making tons of jigs. I've just bought a CNC to help me, batch some things out. And so I'm going more towards, not the IKEA, but the fine furniture, but batchable designs.
And I'm sure you'll be doing some videos of those on your channel.
Definitely.
Oh, I can't wait to see those. If you haven't seen Sean's videos before, there's a link to his channel in the description below, so make sure you check it out. All his other social media's down there as well. And you are still actually taking commissions, aren't you? How can people get in touch with you for that?
Yeah, definitely. If you're interested in anything, just go to my website, seanevelegh.com, and you can contact me through there.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us on Evolution Power Tools TV show. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
If you haven't seen Sean's stuff, as I say, you really have got to check it out. It's amazing. So make sure you check the links in the description. Now it's time to take a look at Evolution Power Tools brand new cordless mitre saws.
Thanks, Joe. Hi everyone, I'm Lee from the design team here at Evolution Power Tools UK, and today I'm going to give you a setup and calibration guide for both of these cordless mitre saws to get your workstation optimized for complete accuracy and precision so you can get the best out of your tools. Here with me today, we have this new 185mm compound miter saw and its big brother, the 185mm sliding miter saw, which is great for those longer cross cuts on your wood, your decking, skirting, box section steel, plywood, alley extrusions, whatever you're cutting. These multi-material blades are great for all these materials and more. But as with your TV, your camera, your laptop, all kinds of technology we see, even your car nowadays, the default factory settings are fine, of course. However, some people want to take the time to tune up their product, to calibrate it or get the optimum performance, to tweak it, and that's what I'm going to run through with you here today. First up, let's get the sliding miter saw assembled as it comes out of the box. We ship these models as a flat pack from the factory, and I think that's a really unique thing in the industry for us that we do. We ship a smaller box, so it's easier to transport, saves space, saves money. You can fit it in your car. It's quick and easy to assemble these saws for use, so I'll show you how this model goes together, including how to fit the blade safely for use. That's this guy. For this little guy here, it ships in one piece. If you just fit the blade, you're ready to go. And once assembled, we'll show you how you can calibrate these things if you want to do any of the fine tuning to dial things in for 100% accuracy, or even if somebody's been messing with it. This includes how to square your fence to the blade, how to set your blade to 90 degrees and 45 degrees to get those stops. We've got it all covered here. I'll also provide you with an overview to some of the new design features of these new cordless miter saws over our previous generation models, from the improved blade guard design to the awesome shadow line technology for accuracy that we've implemented. We're going to look at all the feedback from everybody over the years. We tweak things where it makes sense to bring out new tools that keep delivering the best bang for the buck. We've also got useful tips and tricks to get the best performance out of using these tools, from clamping techniques to how to maximize the life of the supplied multi-material blade. I love it, these tungsten carbide teeth. Anyway, so as with the previous videos in this series, we'll do a little cutting demonstration to show you how they hold up in a real-world project scenario. You'll see some cross-cutting, some miters, and we'll make something quick and useful using just these saws so you can see some good results. So if you're interested in seeing either of these tools being set up and in action, then click through on the link now for the full guide. Of course, if you require any further information, some support, or perhaps you just want to drop in and ask us a question on either tool, then you're more than welcome to stop by, leave a comment, or contact our customer service team. We'll definitely get back to you, and our team absolutely knows what they're talking about. I should also mention that these saws are also fully compatible with Erbauer's EXT batteries, which are handily available at your nearest screw fix. So, if you already have these batteries knocking around your garage or workshop, you're already set to power up these saws. Anyhow, that's about it for me today. I'll see you in the next one. Now it's back to Joe in the studio.
Make sure you click the links in the description to go through to the Evolution Power Tools website. You'll not only find a more in-depth video from Lee, but you'll also find much more great content from everyone featured in this episode. Thanks Lee. I hope Lee's preview of the Evolution Power Tools cordless mitre saws has inspired you to want to see more. If so, click the link in the description to see more from Lee. He will unbox the new cordless mitre saws, assemble, calibrate and compare them with our older corded models. He'll also show you a quick project using the new cordless mitre saws. Right, it's competition time now, so it's over to Megan to find out what you can win.
Thanks, Joe. Hi guys, I'm back again to announce the winner of last month's big competition and tell you how you can win some fantastic prizes. I'm Megan, Head of Customer Service for Evolution Power Tools. Myself and my team work hard to help our customers with their Evolution products. And today, I have the additional job of letting you know which of you has won our picture competition and will be enjoying their prize of a relaxing one-night stay in a hotel. I'll also be announcing the winner of last month's big competition that had a grand prize of a Smeg espresso coffee machine. Make sure you stick around, as later on I'll be telling you how you can win a Fitbit Charge 4 health tracker for taking part in our picture competition. We'll also be giving away an Whittaker pizza oven, and all you have to do is answer a very simple question. Before we get on to the competitions, I just want to tell you a bit about some of the conversations I and my team have had with our customers this month. Andy contacted us via Facebook Messenger to ask about the cuts per charge for our brand new cordless range. We directed him to our handy comparison table on our website. Phil contacted us via live chat. He was looking for some spare parts for his Evolution compactor that was outside of its warranty. We were able to direct him to our exploded parts diagram on the website to clearly identify the parts he needed and place the order for him on a next day service. He was back up and running in no time. Graham contacted over the phone as he was having problems securing his new R255 SMS mitre saw to his mitre saw stand. Customer service were able to forward a handy how-to guide and talk him through attaching his mitre saw. If you need any information about Evolution Power Tools products or any support with your purchases, our customer service and technical support team are on hand 8 AM to 5 PM Monday to Friday. Right, let's get on to the competitions. You guys have been sending in the pictures of the things you've been making and they all look great. Let's have a look at some of them. First up, 2Try DIY has tagged us on Instagram in this picture of these shaker style wardrobe doors that they have cut and created a custom door lining for. Great work. Next, Chris has tagged us on Facebook with this picture of the decking he has made with the help of the Evolution R210 SMS mitre saw. Good job, Chris, and thanks for sharing it with us. Check out these amazing Christmas tree decorations from Iona Dale Crafts. They were made using an Evolution mitre saw and look incredible. Thank you for sharing this picture with us. WHC Brum has been using their Evolution Rage Table saw to cut down scaffold boards and were kind enough to tag us in the picture. It's great to see all the projects you guys have been working on using Evolution Power Tools. Finally, Brian has tagged us on Facebook in this brilliant picture of his summer house under construction. This is really great work. Please keep us updated on your progress, Brian. Next month, for our May 2022 episode, we'll be giving away a Fitbit Charge 4 health tracker as our picture competition prize. This sleek, water-resistant tracker is packed with features that'll help your workouts, such as built-in GPS, active zone minutes, new exercise modes and sleep tracking. If you want to take part in our picture competition, all you have to do is post a picture on Instagram of something that you have made recently. Make sure you use the hashtag #EvolutionTVWin or your picture may be missed. In our last episode, we gave away an Amazon Fire HD8 tablet, which was won by Steve C. Congratulations again, Steve. Remember, if you're watching this after May 2022, the competition will be closed. You can, however, still take part. Click the competition link in the description to see the latest prizes. Right, last time you took part in our big competition to win a Smeg espresso coffee machine. In last month's episode, we met Adam and his custom camper van business. The question was, what is the name of Adam's business? Is it A, van style, B, camper vans and thrift, or C, chapel campers? The answer is, of course, B, camper vans and thrift. Very well done to Dave J for getting the correct answer. If you want to be our big winner, just like Dave, stick around for this month's grand prize competition. You could be in for a chance of winning an Uni Fire pizza oven with a recommended retail price of $249. All you have to do is answer the following very simple question. Earlier in the episode, we met Paul Willmore. In the episode, he visits his local hardware store. The question is, which store does he visit? Is it A, B&Q, B, Screwfix, or C, Homebase? Click the competition link in the description to answer the question. We will then choose a winner at random from all of the entries and announce who has won on the next episode. Remember that if you're watching this after May 2022, the competition will no longer be active, but you can still click the link to see the latest question and prize. Before I go, I have even more Evolution products to give away. You can win yourself an Evolution mitre saw just by liking this video and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Click through to the competitions page for more information. Okay, that's it for competitions this month. Make sure you click the link in the description to take part in the competitions and win some great prizes. See you next time.
Thanks, Megan. Right, that's it for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so that you never miss an upcoming episode. Please comment below if you have any questions, suggestions or ideas for content, and make sure you come back next time for more great inspirational stories.